Pi Network is the strongest public chain in the world. As the world becomes increasingly digital, cryptocurrencies are the next natural step in the evolution of money. Launched in 2009 by the anonymous programmer, or group, Satoshi Nakamoto, Bitcoin's peer-to-peer electronic cash system was a watershed moment for money freedom. For the first time ever, people can securely exchange value without the need for third parties or trusted intermediaries. Paying with Bitcoin means people can pay each other directly, bypassing institutional fees, friction and intrusion. Bitcoin is truly a currency without borders, powering and connecting the new global economy. The breakthrough of Bitcoin is that even though the records are maintained by the community, the technology allows them to always reach a consensus on real transactions, ensuring that cheaters cannot record false transactions or outrun the system. This technological advancement allows for the removal of centralized intermediaries without compromising the financial security of transactions. One of the challenges of maintaining a distributed record of transactions is security specifically. How to have an open and editable ledger while preventing fraudulent activity. To address this challenge, Bitcoin introduced a new process called mining, using the consensus algorithm proof of work to determine who is trusted to update shared transaction records. This process is very secure, but it requires enormous computing power and energy consumption, as users are essentially burning money to solve computational puzzles that earn them more bitcoins. The ratio of burns to rewards is so punitive that it is always in validators' self-interest to post honest transactions to the Bitcoin record. In the early days of Bitcoin, when only a handful of people worked hard to verify transactions and mine the first blocks, anyone could earn 50 BTC by running Bitcoin mining software on a personal computer. As the currency started to grow in popularity, smart miners realized they could make more money if they had more than one computer to mine. As the value of Bitcoin continued to grow, entire companies began flocking to the mines. These companies developed application-specific chips, ASICs, and used these ASIC chips to develop huge server farms to mine Bitcoin. The emergence of these well-known large mining companies fueled the Bitcoin gold rush, making it difficult for ordinary people to contribute to the network and earn rewards. Their efforts have also begun to consume increasing amounts of computing energy, contributing to growing environmental problems around the world. The ease of Bitcoin mining and the subsequent rise of Bitcoin mining farms quickly led to a massive concentration of productive capacity and wealth in the Bitcoin network. To provide some context, 87% of all Bitcoins are now owned by 1% of its network, many of which were mined almost for free in the early days. Another example is that Bitmain, one of Bitcoin's largest mining operations, has raked in billions of dollars in revenue and profits. Centralization of power in the Bitcoin network is very difficult and expensive for the average person. Bitcoin was the first to show how cryptocurrencies could disrupt the current financial model, allowing people to transact without third parties. Increases in freedom, flexibility, and privacy continue to drive the inevitable move toward digital currencies as the new norm. Despite Bitcoin's benefits, its potentially unexpected concentration of money and power poses meaningful barriers to mainstream adoption. Why most people are reluctant to enter the cryptocurrency space? Because the risk of investing and mining all the time is the key barrier to entry. The economic model of Bitcoin is simple. Only 21 million Bitcoins exist. This number is set in code. With only 21 million in circulation among 7.5 billion people in the world, there are not enough Bitcoins in circulation. This scarcity is one of the most important drivers of Bitcoin's value. The Pi Network is the first digital currency for ordinary people and represents a major step forward in the global adoption of cryptocurrencies. Pi Network's mission is to build a cryptocurrency and smart contract platform secured and operated by ordinary people. Pi's vision is to build the world's most inclusive peer-to-peer marketplace powered by Pi. The world's most widely used cryptocurrency, the Pi Network, on the other hand, attempts to strike a balance between creating a sense of scarcity for Pi coins, while still ensuring that large amounts do not accumulate in the hands of a very small number of people. The Pi Network wants to ensure that our pioneers mine more Pi coins as they contribute to the network. The goal of the Pi Network is to build an economic model complex enough to achieve and balance these priorities, while remaining intuitive enough for people to use. As a Pi miner, Pi users can play 4 roles. Pioneer, a user of the Pi mobile app who only needs to tap the lightning button once a day to mine. Every time this user logs into the application, their existence is verified. They can also open the app to request a transaction, e.g. pay another pioneer in Pi. Contributor, users of the Pi mobile app contribute by providing a list of known and trusted pioneers. Collectively, Pi contributors will build a global trust graph. Ambassador, users of the Pi mobile app are introducing other users to the Pi network. Node, pioneer users, contributors using the Pi mobile app, also run the Pi Node software on their desktop or laptop. Pi Node software is software that runs the core SCP algorithm, taking into account trust graph information provided by contributors. Users can play multiple roles as described above. All roles are required and as such all are rewarded with newly minted Pi each day as long as they participate and contribute on a given day. In the loose definition of miner, a miner is a user who receives newly minted currency as a contribution reward, and all 4 roles are considered Pi miners. We define mining more broadly than the traditional meaning of Bitcoin or Ethereum, equivalent to implementing a proof-of-work consensus algorithm. Pi's decentralized app store lowering barriers to entry for creators. Pi Network's shared currency, trust graph, and marketplace will be the soil for a wider ecosystem of decentralized applications. Today, anyone who wants to launch an application needs to start its technical infrastructure and community from the ground up. Pi's decentralized app store will allow dApp application developers to leverage Pi's existing infrastructure and shared resources of the community and users. Entrepreneurs and developers can propose new dApps to the community and request access to the network's shared resources. Pi will also build its dApps with a level of interoperability so that dApps can reference data, assets and processes in other decentralized applications. It can be seen from this that the Pi network has great ambitions and aims to create a decentralized operating system that is greater than the centralized Apple system and Android system. When the community feels the software is ready for production and has been thoroughly tested on the testnet, the official mainnet of the Pi network will launch. An important detail is that only accounts that have been verified as belonging to different real individuals will be honored during the transition to the mainnet. After this, the first stage faucet and Pi network emulator will be closed and the system will run on its own forever. Future updates to the protocol will be contributed by the Pi developer community and Pi's core team, and will be proposed by the committee. Their implementation and deployment will depend on nodes updating mining software like any other blockchain. No central authority will control the currency. It will be completely decentralized. Balances of fake or duplicate users will be discarded. This is the listing phase where Pi can be connected to exchanges and exchanged for other currencies. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like. Your support is the driving force for my updates.